What is up there, everybody? Citrus Aviation here for yet another video, and today we have model aircraft news for June and July 2023, and we're going to get started off here with talking about Airliners International 2023. It was my pleasure to be part of the show and to go to it with a bunch of other YouTubers and aviation enthusiasts who are all excited to be there. There were a ton of people there this year. Apparently, like last year was one of the first years that some of the creators in the space went there. And they end up spreading out the word about this year or so in Dallas, Texas at the Hyatt Regency at the airport, which is really awesome. And a lot of people went, and I was one of the people that went there. There's probably about 30 of us total that showed up, about 30 of us younger folks, you know, in our teens or 20s. And it's kind of funny when you show up and you're in this group of people, you're one of the old people there. But it was a good time nonetheless, and I really enjoyed the show. I had a great time meeting every single one of you that came up and said hi. A personal thank you to every single person that said hi. I can't remember everyone's name at the moment because there was like 30 of you that all came up and we chatted at least a little. So thank you to every single person that, you know, came up and say hi or wanted to be in some of my videos. So about half, or if not more than half, the Airliners International videos are out now. I did the spotting vlog, I did the experience vlog, the hotel room spotting vlog, and there'll be a couple more videos coming out from Airliners. I did the first unboxing from Airliners, and then there you saw a second one from one model that I got there, and then another model that I got MTS. But there'll be another unboxing as well as my trip home from Airliners, which was quite eventful. Getting home from Dallas was quite interesting. It was not easy, but it was a great conference, great experience, great convention. It was held from Thursday, June the 22nd through Saturday, June the 24th. One of the best times I've had in such a long time. I had a great time there, and meeting so many people, buying a bunch of planes, talking to, and connecting with people. It was a good time. It's definitely something I recommend going to. Next year will be in Kansas City. If I remember, it's the 26th to 29th. Am I correct on that? I don't remember. It's at the end of June next year in Kansas City at the Hilton. So I'm definitely planning to go that. I look forward to seeing all of you there. So I'll be making my reservations probably here in the next couple months in preparation for that. So it should be a good time. I'm looking forward to it. Hoping to fly down there again as per usual. And we'll see what happens. So Airliners International 2023 was a huge success and a great event that happened. The next thing that we want to talk about here with the main topics is that Gemini Jets has officially announced the ERJ175 for Delta connection. Now, it's kind of by a side note because I was at the convention and Todd is there from Gemini Jets and he runs the social media accounts for them. He has his own account and he runs the official Gemini Jets account. And so I managed to just pop the question on him. Hey, when we get in the Delta 175, thank you so much also, Saul, for being so transparent. We did ask some questions, and he was very transparent for how Gemini Jets are made, some of the processes they go through, and it just gives a bit better understanding about how a Gemini Jets model is made. And I do plan to do an interview with him at some point in the future as well. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, let's go ahead and roll the clip where Gemini Jets says they're going to announce the ERJ 175 for Delta connection. I have a burning question for Todd from Gemini Jets. Okay. When are we getting the Delta ERJ 175?
Let's say by next February.
Hey, let's go! Yeah, all right. Thank you so much, man. Yeah, we're down for it. We are all down for that. Yeah, that's right. So there you have it. February 2024. Mark the calendar. We will have it by then. So looking forward to seeing the model. I've also heard the model is already in production, both 400 and 200 scale. So we will be getting it, and it should be a really good model. Hopefully it's great. I'm hoping it's great because I plan to buy a lot of them. And I hope they don't mess it up in any way because I really would like it to be good. That brings us on to what the next Gemini GA release will be. And I have heard word from a reliable source that the next Gemini GA model will be a Piper Cherokee. That'll be a new mold. I really like the new Gemini GA molds. They're quite nice. I did a video on it very recently, as you might have seen, on the Piper Cub and on the Cirrus SR22. Piper Cherokee should be the next one. I'm really excited to see how that turns out. I like the Piper Cub. It's my favorite of the two. The Cirrus is also good, and I haven't tried a Cessna yet, but they've been making a bunch of those, so I'll probably pick one of those up and see how it is. But so far, we like the Gemini GA line, and they are doing real registrations, which is nice too. So I look for them doing more. I really think it's a space that needs filling. There's not that much in the way of 1 to 72nd scale private aircraft, and it could be something that FBOs might want to put on display, or people might want to collect. And I think it's definitely a market that's been untapped and is going to do pretty well for them. I think that's really going to be a big segment for them. That brings us on to new molds, and we have one new mold, and that is the new Gemini Jets Interactive 767-300 in 200 scale. Looks pretty nice from what we've seen so far. At this point, the pictures for the new Interactive 767 are out, and it looks good. So I might consider buying it. I don't know. It's really the Interactive 200 scale model that I'm closest to buying, but I'll probably end up picking up 400 scale when it does come out. Interactive 767 looks good. Should be a nice model. I like the Interactive series molds, and they've all been really good so far. So look forward to seeing more of that. And that's basically it for mold news. It's been fairly quiet because Gemini Jets in August did not announce a new mold. It's been quite a few months since they haven't announced a new mold, but no new mold for August, just the 767 from the July set. So pretty decent month for new molds and such. So that brings us on to the releases. We're only going to talk about 3 releases in this video. The Gemini Jets July set, the NG Models July set, and the Gemini Jets August. So let's get started with the Gemini Jets July set. Really good set here. A lot of the typical North American models that they're releasing here. But for me, the highlight is definitely the United 767-400. I'm excited to get this one. I've heard mixed things about the new mold, so we'll have to see how that is. I still haven't picked up this one yet, but I am picking up the United. So stay tuned for a video on that in the near future. 767-400 review should be coming out. The A320neo for American should be a good one, just because it's a model that's been really needed, because the last release was by Gemini about 5 years ago. Was the last Gemini release of this model, so I'll probably be picking up as well. And it's a good model to have. Of course, the Delta 717 is one that I'm picking up. Really could use it for Atlanta, and it's on the new mold, so it should be really nice. Is this one I will consider buying duplicates of? Again, I don't typically buy duplicates unless I need it for Atlanta, and this one looks really nice, so I may buy 2 or 3 of these. And then we have the Delta 763. I do need this for Atlanta, so I'm definitely going to be picking this one up as well. Probably going to be doing that at the so in August here in Cleveland. Some of these models I'm probably going to save for that, so we'll see. Should be some good stuff. And also the Canyon Blue Retro came out this month. It's a good model. The mold's not quite as good as the NG, but the paint detail and printing is better on the Gemini Jets one. So take a pick of which one you want. I currently have the NG version, although I am considering picking up the Gemini version of both as well. Of course, in 200 scale, we got the Interactive FedEx 767, which we talked about in the last segment. But also, a model of interest is the Buffalo Lockheed L188. That looks really neat. And of course, the Copa Heritage 737-800 flaps down looks nice as well. So, a good release set for Soy. That brings us on to NG Models, the July set. And we have 2 sets here. We actually have the 200 scale and 400 scale releases. NG is starting to do their 200 and 400 models in separate batches. So I'm just going to cover both of them here together. I know I am skipping the NG June releases. There's not a whole lot really there for me to talk about. But here we have the July set. A ton of re-releases here. Well, basically just different tail numbers. So I'm just going to skip all those. If you're interested, look it up. See if you want them. Make a decision. I mean, some people do want duplicates. So, you know, it's cool. But some people don't. But yeah, we have the Alaska new Salmon 30 Salmon. This is the, I forget what it's called, like the Alaskan People or something livery. I forget what it's called exactly, officially. To me, I prefer the Salmon 30 Salmon livery, but this one's rapidly growing on me. I kind of like the full body artsy style liveries that actually look really neat. And then in a similar vein, we get Imaru 1 from Southwest. There's another livery that's been growing on me. I kind of like it more and more as I look at it. Again, it's styled after actual traditional artwork from Hawaii. It's essentially Southwest's new Hawaii 1, and it looks really nice on that fantastic mold. So that'll be nice. We're also getting the Mortar Love from NG, so hopefully they get the colors right on this one. And the mold's going to be superior. In 200 scale, we get a bunch of CRJs, a ton of CRJs. We get, how many is this? That's 7 CRJs in the Dassault Falcon. The Falcon is for the Greek Air Force, what that appears to be. Yeah, Hellenic Air Force, Greek Air Force, I believe. Then the American Eagle CRJ200. Some people might be wondering why we're getting 2 of these. They are different operators. So it's Echo Victor and Alpha Sierra. These are different CRJ200 operators, and also the one of these is an LR and the other is ER. Slight difference. It's difference in fuel tanks, actually. So what the major difference of these two are. But other than that, they are basically the same aircraft in the same mold, just different registrations and slightly different regional operators. So I believe AES is American Southeast Airlines, and then the EV is just American Eagle directly, if I remember correctly. But these aircraft were operated from the 2000s to 2010s and are really neat aircraft. So also we get the Air Canada Jazz. This is a re-release, the red one, from NG Models' first ever release. So hopefully we get another green-orange one, because I'd actually kind of like to pick these up. So yeah, good release set overall. Again, not too much for me to talk about, because a lot of this stuff is repetitive from previous releases from NG, and I just don't feel like covering that at the moment. I do want to get back to doing NG release videos. A lot of you really liked the new style of release video I did for the new Gemini Jets releases, where I talk about them but also put the memes into the video, insert them in. So that's how I'm going to do it moving forward, and I'll be returning to do NG as well. So that brings us on to Gemini Jets for their August set, and there was a ton of models. Again, very typical Gemini Jets territory, but as long as they do some interesting stuff here, it's still good. The Delta 764 is of course the highlight. It's a special livery, so I do expect a standard livery to come out some point in the future. But that looks really good. We also get the re-release of the A330-900 Neo. It's been 5 years since we've gotten this. Last time was 2019, so actually 4 years. So good time for a re-release. I haven't picked up the first one, and I would like to pick up a standard livery. I have the Team USA one, which is a nice model, but I'd like to get a standard one. This is a priority for me to get at the show in August in Cleveland. Then also a BA222, another priority for me to get at the show in Cleveland. So I'll probably end up picking up all 3 of these models at the show in Cleveland. These are almost guarantees for me, so I do need these. And so these are really the 3 that I'm going to pick up from this month. We do also get the American Eagle Dash 8, which is a cool model. Don't really get a whole lot of Dash 8s, so this is a nice addition in 400 scale, so it'll be a nice model. And then the 787-8, there's an NG version as well, but if you really want the flash down version, the new Gemini JC787 mold is quite good. In 200 scale, the most exciting thing for me here is going to be the Air Wisconsin CRJ200. That's really neat. As well as the Kansas Air National Guard KC-135I. When are we going to get the Offutt Air Force Base one? I really want this. Give us Offutt Air Force Base, please. That one should be really nice. And of course, the North Carolina Air National Guard C-17. If this comes down 400 scale, there's a decent chance to pick it up. But this looks quite nice. So yeah, that's it for the releases. Not too much, honestly, to talk about here. Outside, it's a good Gemini release, typical stuff. So yeah, good models, and I think a lot of these will be quite popular. And that's basically it for this video. I hope y'all really enjoyed it. For August, I am bringing on a special guest from the forum, so stay tuned for that video. So that'll come out in a couple weeks here. So yeah, thank y'all so much for watching. Well, at the time I'm recording this, we're almost at 5,000 subscribers, so stay tuned for the 5,000 subscriber special. So thank y'all so much for watching this video. Have a great rest of your day, and God bless you.